So we're going to go ahead and prestige because I believe it's always worth it unless you're going for the... I'll just show you in here. Where do you go? You go in here. There's one avatar that unlocks at 200. I'm not getting that one for a while. Prestige is too good. So if you notice down here, these are the prestige awards. I'm putting them in the wiki as well, but pardon me. Yeah, you gain a bonus. So when it says gain 1 to 4 tokens per level after doing prestige 1, that is the number of tokens I have a chance of getting per level. That does not mean you are gaining 1 to 4 tokens in addition to what you already would have had. So by going from 4 to 5, that means the minimum number of tokens I will get for gaining one level is 3, and the max I will gain is 5. That small chance to gain World Clay has actually been paying out quite nicely. The other thing to point out, if I go into cosmetics here, is that when you win a round of Beyond, I think I put this on a previous recording, but I've gone and deleted it, frankly, it wasn't particularly great, is that any one of these could be in your prize package. So if you have enough tokens to afford them, I would recommend buying all of them, just to get them out of the potential prize pool. The last thing you want is you only get like 5 items per pool anyway, unless you're playing with one of the emblems. So you really want to get rid of all the stuff that you could easily find by yourself. Oh, okay, that was the one for Convoy. I'm just going to have a quick run through as well into the Codex and have a look at all of my divines. So, explode if anything's tried. Right, I don't think I want that. I do want the pickaxe. I don't want the divine scythe particularly. I do want to keep the ankh. Is it ankh? Is it ankh or is it ankh? Oh, is it Leviosa? Or Leviosa? Divine. Yeah, map is interesting and not great for Beyond. Potentially, well, it is good actually. It unlocks levels. All these items are flagged as new because I've just earned their what do you call them? Blueprints. There is a divine omen in there somewhere. Okay, here we go. But you do just want to turn off some of the the divines as soon as you get them, depending on your own playstyle. Yeah, I love this. I could do with just a quick run. So yeah. So first up, I believe that's the big brain play, is to just make the last level as easy as possible. Because the levels are already large, which makes them easier anyway. So one of these, so that isn't. In fact, I don't really understand why Big Bang gives you more prizes. Although the emblems don't have to be harder. Some of them are in interesting ways. A lot of them are a little bit give and take, though. I mean, they're not even all risk reward. They will make things harder in some ways, but they also tend to make things a little bit easier in other interesting ways. I kind of like it. It does mean that your emblems become a very valuable resource that you really want to hold on to until you're like trying to unlock a particularly tricky divine, or a divine that has a resource cost that is particularly hard to get a hold of, like your red vein, blue vein, green vein. Yeah, if you're trying to gain those veins, by the way, the only way you're going to do it is through either hero trials, they will very occasionally show up in there, or through endless multiverse is your reliable way. Because they only come from levels RG or B, which are sort of special and quite unusual levels. I like the aesthetic of them, but yeah, they don't show up often. The rarest, I believe, are there's one called Wonder and there's one called Reef. I've read that they have a small chance to appear in place of a couple of other stages in the regular quests. I don't believe I've ever actually been to one of them. I could be wrong. I may have seen one of them early in my time playing the game and just not appreciated what it was. But I certainly don't have any of the... I think the Wonder artifact is Poppy. Oh, that's the other good thing about Prestige is you gain the levels out of the wazoo, just to start with. But yeah, I don't have any of the Poppy artifacts. That's okay. As long as I don't kill anything, that's okay. And I don't have any of the Reef. I think it's Coral that you get. Targeted magic items affect everything. Yeah. Unlock the selected stage. Yeah. Hold the phone. No, I don't think you do. I don't think you do. Interesting. And remove a mod. That could save my life. It could also remove large. It didn't though. Okay, that's what you want. So, yep. I know for a fact if I fail this, I'm going to be very frustrated. Because right now, I mean, the final level in particular is already working on at least 2 large mods. Just because of my miracle seeds. So it should be reasonably simple to solve. No, way too valuable. Just wanted to check that I'd already used my lyre, so that's very nice. Just cap off these. Okay, after 400 turns, win the level for no reason. It's good, it's not amazing for here. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It had occurred to me after realising that I could have destroyed my large mod that I probably want to retain large on the final level. Lone isn't bad here. It's good on this difficulty. Just simply because you know when you go into the final shop and it's going to be comparatively early compared to the the rest of the game. So yeah, may as well just use that when I leave this level. I'll solve up here for a little bit. Just have myself a little break. Coins, that's a good one. I like the coins wish pool. Ooh, that was a bit of a challenge on the wiki though. Before we'd completed it all, realising that there are separate codex entries for every fish. It's not hard to find the fish, it's just a matter of going into normal mode and choosing to use the fishing rod instead of taking the loot that it would normally give you. One of these must be, so that one is actually satisfied. But I said sorry. Fish. If you right click on a wish pool, and it will guarantee one wish pool per level. You can expend one of the charges you've built up in the pool to gain something. It will be loot, it will be like a chest or a coin or something, or it will be a fish. One of these must be, that can't be. The fish tend to... You can sell them if you want to, or you can, if you have a fire on the level, cook them and gain health. And that's fine. But the fish appear at random, and the only way that you can get the fish is by using the wish pool, or by using some random item generation, well, item. So something like Transmogrify or Paragon Rod, I think, can probably do it. But the annoying thing about it from a sort of a wiki maintenance point of view is that they don't appear in your codex, but they do count towards a full item completion. So you can't finish your codex unless you found them, but your codex will never tell you that you have found them. So I do have a full complete codex. I don't have the achievement for it yet. I believe there's actually a bug involved in that. But the thing that really bothered me was that you can't go into your codex and look up the item text. So having to pick up a fresh fish of each of the 3 kinds just to get the text off them was a bit of a pain. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think there is a bug in that if the final... once you've completed the codex, you're supposed to gain an achievement. If you prestige, when you gain a legendary by gaining levels, it's added to your codex. But if you'd previously discovered that legendary, like if the final entry into your codex is an undiscovered legendary, then it doesn't count as getting the achievement. Which is a real pain in the neck because I was mid-prestige when I got the final... oh no, sorry, no, I was at the end of a prestige when I got my final unlock. Which I believe was actually Dawnbinder. It's not the one that you think of, because even though they're the one you would think of, the very final item is a passive Edict of the Old Gods. I say it's the final one because it costs 150 coins and you're very unlikely to get it in a normal run. But yeah, no, it took me ages to find Dawnbinder. I needed a Paragon Rod to get it. I mean, I needed one to get the Edict of the Old Gods as well, but yeah, it's hard to tell what the rod is going to pay out with. I'll say if you're trying to fill out your codex just to, just to soothe yourself, really, because I like seeing a completed inventory, or like a completed encyclopedia. But yeah, Paragon Rod will definitely help you out. Or have I got any reveals? Just gain defense. I think I'm going to have to do that. I think. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay, that's fine. But yeah, your best bet is to either rely on Transmogrify, is a really good way of filling out your codex. Wowie. Or what do you call it? Yeah, the Paragon Rod will do it. Everything is souls. Huh. I thought you needed to have the plague to have omens in shops. Okay. Transcendence is good, and I mean I may as well buy it anyway. But what's this one? Oh, gain coins. Okay, that's the only one that's good then. Yeah, why not? I could have dropped a loan actually. I'd forgotten about that. Okay, I can't use items in there, but that's fine. Oh yeah, okay. Drop the loan, then take the rite of passage. Take the defense. 3. So yeah, 3 to 6, but 4 defense gives me a much better chance. It's tunnel, so levels are going to get very big indeed. That's good news for me. Oh look, Chucklenuts is back. Well, Transcendence means I'm just gaining souls. Can't complain. It's good insurance. Do I have any legendaries? Yeah, but none that are good. In fact, actually, Ambrosia is probably going to pay out, as much as I wish it wouldn't. Because the further down I get, the larger the levels are going to get, and the more ridiculous loot I'm going to find. So if it wasn't for... yeah, if it wasn't for Ambrosia, I probably would have had quite a lot of gear there, but it doesn't matter in the slightest. It's still a win. Okay. And we get... very monochrome. Trash, to be honest, but yeah, a couple of artifacts, a big stack of tokens. So I'm currently on 108 of them. Not really sure what I'm going to buy next. I need to actually finish off my collection of masteries. I never want to use Snowflake. Immortal and Snowflake, last ones I've got to unlock. They have really weird criteria though. I've already bought all the items, got all the avatars. I've got the one inventory I actually want, so I suppose the next thing to get is... I mean, it's tempting, I love that so much, but it will be incredibly distracting. Yeah, and then I've already got all the stuff I want here, although, yeah, I've got plenty of XP. So yeah, I think I'm done. Cheers.